How about now?
Yeah.
See y'all soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. After everyone makes it home and updates their families on this upcoming adventure, our coaches will stop in to get this journey underway.
Are y'all ready? Josiah has made me late almost every day this week because he waits until I'm ready to walk out the door.
We are the Whites, and we have two wonderful kids.
Christian and Josiah, 13 and 11.
And a handful.
Yes,
You
sir.
have your shoes on.
Are they tied?
Are they tied this time? Well, people know us to be just a very spontaneous couple. I know you guys have been hearing around the house about this adventure.
What type of adventure is it?
So you know how you have a coach in football? We're gonna have a financial coach. Are we nervous?
Not really.
You're not, yeah, you're not nervous.
They're gonna be looking at your cash app.
I'm very excited because I feel like it's an answer to the prayer we prayed. You know, we asked God for a chance to start over. Now, we didn't say what that chance would be. We didn't say, you know what that's going to look like.
It's nerve-wracking, but I know it's gonna benefit us in the long run.
I know Charles is very nervous to be exposed. I mean, like, that's what we've been talking about, like, oh my goodness, like, they're gonna look into our stuff. Remember, though, how I talked to you guys about the bank and about credit and all of that? Remember I told you a story about me in college?
I do.
We're a little bit more responsible with the credit cards than we used to be when we were in college.
She don't want to tell you the truth.
Sure, Mama.
I have fun messing up my credit in college.
They didn't say you had fun.
Well, because at that time I thought it was free money that came with
Right, so you didn't
T-shirts and king-size candy bars. So I was in the student union one day and they were giving out free candy bars.
T-shirts.
T-shirts and free candy bars. And I really signed up for the credit. I didn't want the credit card. I wanted the candy bar. And so I just signed my name on the line. Listen, when you use the credit card once, it's addicting. It's kind of like you and anime. It's addicting.
It is addicting, especially like when you really don't want to spend like the money you have in the bank.
Y'all still messing it up?
What, messing up our credit?
Yeah.
No, but the funny
No.
thing is not messing it up anymore doesn't change the fact that it's been messed up. And that's the thing about credit. Like, good decisions stay with you, and so do bad decisions. And so we've lived quite a few years based on our bad decisions.
Exactly. And we need to teach y'all how to budget. So this thing is not just for us, me and Dad. This is for you too.
Financial success for me means creating a path for my kids. Not necessarily so that they can escape the trouble, but they'll have the wisdom on how to make the better decisions when the trouble comes.
I want you to grow up knowing how to deal with money and how to be financially responsible, how to save, new habits, new healthier.
New habits.
So I believe that we're going to learn some new lessons, And so I'm excited about this. We're about to get some help. So with that being said, it's time to go to school. Time for you to go to work. Time for you to work. All right, let's go.
Let's go. Bentley, don't do nothing till I get back.
Guys excited about meeting Jean?
I'm a little nervous, but yeah, I'm excited. We currently live with my parents, and we've lived here for about a year and a half now. There's just a lot we don't know,
Well, I'm sure she's got a lot to teach you.
I know. Well, and see, that's the thing. That's why we're doing all this, to learn more.
She's an independent, neutral third party.
Yeah.
She doesn't have
a personal investment in my past or like the poor choices I've made. Her job, her role is to educate me, and I own my mistakes. Like,
Yeah.
I made those. I'll talk about them.
Jared came into our marriage with a significant amount of debt. What was the number again?
75,000.
75,000.
Do you think this is going to be something that'll help you get on your feet financially and, you know, be able to buy a house?
Jared and I both worked incredibly hard early in our marriage to pay down that debt. That was a major priority. We're so grateful to you and Dad for letting us stay here. When we moved in with my parents, I was 9 months pregnant with our second child, Amy. And that was also a contributing factor where I was feeling the urge to pull back from work because I wanted to spend more time with our kids while they were young. It is interesting being in my own room with now my husband and, you know,
It's a little weird.
thinking like, oh, I like studied for my high school math testing here and now other stuff. And no, I'm good. I knew our kids were only going to be little and young for so long. And I had Jared's support for me to stop working full time in my career and stay home with the children. Eventually, when we do get our own place, yeah, I still want to live close where you can help us out as we need it.
I would like that too.
Yeah. Of course, I don't want to stay here forever. My timeline, personally, I would love to be out definitely in 3 years, if not sooner.
Wanna say goodnight?
Oh, you actually said, you pushed her away, but you said goodnight. Okay.
Give her back to mommy.
All right, I'll be back in a minute.
I don't know. I have a lot of feelings. Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I mean, this could really be awesome. This could really help us.
Our first date, we were the last people in the restaurant. And we closed the place down because of our conversations, but they let us keep talking. I think the restaurant saw that love blossom, so like, we're gonna let them talk.
Hilarious.
Growing up, I really felt that we were given a good work ethic, and I started working at 14 mowing lawns. And then in college, I was lured into the credit card idea to pay for maybe some dates in college and stuff like that.
I mean, the hardest part with where we're at right now is California's gotten so expensive. There's no way we can get ahead here.
I feel stuck. I'm stuck in my job.
You're so unhappy.
I've been working with the LAUSD for now 16 years.
I would much rather see you happy in a job that you love and thriving than keep on keeping on with something that makes you so
Well, it's like, prioritize. And so do I stay with the job I hate until retirement for the retirement's sake? Or
maybe the coach can help us with that.
teachers, they always say that you're kind of pour through your career, then you retire rich. And so there's a great pension with CalSTRS, but I have 25 more years with the district. So it's a long time to hold out for that great pension.
Got this IVF coming up, honey. I want you to be less stressed. Okay, honey? I know it's hard, but
It's such an oxymoron. It's like you're supposed to not be stressed at all through these process, but then it's like the most stressful thing you can go through. Well, we started accumulating debt as a couple when we started to try to get pregnant.
We actually used our honeymoon fund, for the first round of IUIs. And so that went pretty quickly within about 6 months.
The doctor, though, over-medicated me to the point where I had to be hospitalized for 4 days. And I was, basically it's called hyperstimulation, and my ovaries blew up. I had to be drained like twice. It was...
With fluids.
It was really a very traumatic experience, and it ate through all of those savings. It's my biggest fear to be a burden. My biggest fear is to be a financial burden to somebody. And it's a lot of stress I put on myself to make sure that I'm doing my part.